Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. Pleased to be joined by Lauren. And who would like to kick us off on the floor? We don't have a mic, so Anthony will begin with you, if that's okay. Have we got a microphone for the... Yeah, do you want to bring it forward? Thank you so much. Bear with us. That's great, thank you. Just to this gentleman here. Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm just wondering how sort of moody the camp is, how low it was after France and how it is right now after the Netherlands win.
Yeah, it's really good at the moment. Obviously, we've all experienced losses in our career, so we know what it's like, and we're obviously all very disappointed about that first loss. But I think coming into the next game, we obviously knew that we needed to win, and the pressure was on. And I feel like this team, we thrive under pressure, and we were so disappointed with the last result that we really wanted to go in with the confidence to just be able to prove ourselves to everyone. And I think we managed to do that, and we did that really well. And we obviously got 4 great goals, and I think we dominated the majority of that match, and so there's so many positives to take into obviously the next game on Sunday, but none of that counts unless we put in a great result on Sunday as well.
Was there ever any doubt, considering you played against one of the tournament contenders and obviously only lost by a goal, but performance-wise wasn't where you wanted to be?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into this group that it wasn't going to be easy. It was a tough match. I felt like we had to go back and review it and look at where we went wrong. And I mean, obviously the first game of a tournament, you don't know what you're going to expect or what you're going to get into. So I think it was important that we turned it around and we proved to the fans, we proved to everyone that we're here to compete and we're here to win. And I think it was a bit of night and day in our performances. Like, unfortunately, it didn't go how we wanted it to, but there was also positives from that game we could have took. Like, we weren't at our best, but we still got it to 2-1 and we were still close to drawing that match. So, I mean, obviously we never want to lose, but it was important that we made sure that we got ourselves right back in it. And I think, yeah, we gained the respect that we deserved as a group.
How are you? Because obviously coming into the tournament, you weren't far off recovering from your knee injury. Didn't have a lot of games to build up to the tournament. Does that have an effect on performance in the first game, and just how easy is it for you to sort of play so many games through a tournament?
Yeah, I think obviously preferably I'd have liked a whole season to get ready for the tournament, but unfortunately it's football. Like, there's injuries that happen all the time, and I mean, I was lucky that I gained a few games under my belt coming into the Euros. And I mean, like, people have good games, people have bad games, and things happen in games that, yeah, you can't sometimes control. But I mean, I wanted to make sure I was then firing for the next one, and I felt confident going into the game on Wednesday, and I felt like back to my best at points in the game. So I hope the tournament will continue to improve, and yeah, we'll see how far we can get.
Finally, Lauren, we're on the verge of having the game's first £1 million player. I'm wondering what that fee or these kind of rising fees mean. Is it sort of, do you look at it in terms of, like, finally players are getting sort of the moves that they deserve and the finances with it, or does it add that little extra pressure to the players that now you've actually got to live up to a big price tag as well as everything else?
I think, like, it's the direction that the women's game's going, and it's great to see. I mean, us as players, like, we're sort of in a bit of a bubble at the moment, so we're not really seeing much of that. But I mean, like I said, we're just focusing on the tournament, but it is great to see, and it's proof that women's footballers are great, and that is the way that the game's going. So long may that continue.
Hi, Lauren. Just going back to the Netherlands, was that the perfect game from England?
Yeah, I feel like there can never be a perfect game. Like, there's always things that we can improve on as a team, and there was times in that game where we wanted to gain momentum back because we felt like we didn't have it. So there's still always room for improvement, but I think that showed when this team comes together, what it can produce. And we were so proud of that performance and proud of the fight that we showed to come back. Because obviously, like I said, we're so disappointed with that previous result, but I think it showed resilience and fight from the team, and that's us. That's what we like to portray, and that is how we're going to take each game as it comes.
It was a fantastic performance. This past year, though, maybe something that's been lacking from England is consistency. Do you look around this group now and think this is a group where things could click for us finally? And if so, why do you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, this team is like full of experienced players players that have played in finals before, and so yeah, having that experience really will definitely help us going forward. Like, we're taking each game as obviously like a final for us, because if we don't win at the weekend, then we're not progressing. It's simple as, and like, everyone knows what it feels like to play in high pressured situations, and I feel like this group is thriving under pressure, and it's important that we continue that. But we've also got younger players coming in who are fresh, who are wanting to prove themselves, and who you've seen come on and make a difference in the game. So it's important that we sort of have that balance as well. And yeah, hopefully that'll take us far in the tournament.
It's Wales next. They're all but out of the group stage, but we know they would love nothing more than to spoil England's party. How dangerous are they?
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough match. Obviously, we've got so much respect for Wales. They've done really well in the competition so far, but we're very desperate to win, and we know what it's going to take to win. And we've reviewed the last game, we've looked at the game going forward, and yeah, I think we're just going to play to our strengths and do what we do. And yeah, you never know what you're going to get from this England team, but I tell you what you will get is a lot of fight and a lot of character, and yeah, we're going to try our absolute best to win.
And just finally, I just wanted to ask you about Hannah Hampton, who obviously had a fantastic game, like many of you did, against the Netherlands. She was under so much scrutiny coming into this tournament with the situation surrounding Mary Earps, and she said in an interview that she said it was hard that the fans didn't want her in goal at that point. Do you think she's now feeling the love? Do you think she's proved some doubters wrong?
Yeah, I feel like Hannah's thriving in this tournament. Like, I mean, I was witnessing that ball like fly across the other side of the pitch, and yeah, I was in awe. Like, it was a great pass into that first goal. So yeah, Hannah's unbelievable. She's great with the ball at her feet, and yeah, she's proven, like, you've seen all the saves that she's made in the last couple of games, and she kept a really good clean sheet for us, which was so important on Wednesday. So yeah, she's incredible to have in goal, and she's a great person as well.
Thank you.
Thanks. Can we go to Chloe at ITV News, please? Thank you.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
You'll know England haven't won back-to-back games for some time. How much of a worry is that going into Sunday's match?
Well, we also haven't lost back-to-back games as well, so that's a bonus. I mean, like, our full focus is on Sunday, and we're really looking forward to it. And like, I feel like you can feel the confidence in this camp running through everyone. Like, we had a great result, so I mean, obviously we're hoping for that exact result on Sunday as well, and we're going to do our best to play out our strengths and have that togetherness as a team that we had on Wednesday and that we showed. And we fought for every ball, we won every second contacts and things like that. So it's just important that we take the things that we did so well on Wednesday into that game on Sunday.
Thanks.
Thanks, Chloe. We'll go to Rob at Sky News.
Hi, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
A third tournament for you. What sense have you got from your family and your friends about the change in terms of them following the tournament with the increased fan base coming out? And what does it mean to you when you're seeing those videos and hearing so many of the fans who've come distances to come here?
Yeah, I mean, every tournament for me is different, and it's incredible to see how much the game's growing and how many more fans, I guess, are at each tournament that I am at, and it's amazing to see. And yeah, I mean, having the fans there on Wednesday was so important for us. Like, they played a massive part in us getting it over the line. Like, they're incredible, and we appreciate it so much. Even walking around Europe, people are like cheering us on, like, and it's great to have that. And I'm lucky enough to have my family out here as well, who are like my biggest support system. And it's also so nice to see them in times that we've got off to just, I guess, relax and recover going into the next game.
Have you had a chance to walk around Zurich and see some of the atmosphere?
I have a little bit, yeah, and it's so nice. Especially like when we're watching other games, like, and you see so many fans walking about, like, it's incredible to see, and it's nice to be involved in that, and also so close to the city that if we want to, we can experience that. But I feel like a lot of the time we've just sort of stayed in our bubble and stayed around the hotel and things like that, but we're all getting together and watching the games.
Thanks, Rob. We'll go across to Emma at the BBC. Thank you.
Hi, Lauren. I just want to ask about this proper England phrase that's obviously been spoken about loads. I just wonder where that kind of came from, and was that a messaging that was specific to kind of bouncing back from that France defeat, or is that a messaging that, you know, was spoken about before coming into the tournament?
Yeah, I think we've spoken about it a lot. I think off the back of that disappointing result, it was a bit more reinforced and sort of taking a step back and remembering why we're here and how we all got here, the journeys that we've been on. We've touched on that a lot. Coming into all the prep camps, we've all spoken about our journeys and what it feels like to be here. And I think sort of us going back and remembering all that, especially after that first game, that disappointment, it's like, right, we're here to win. Like, we want to do that. And I think that just showed the mentality of the group to be able to bounce back in the way that we did do. Like, we didn't just beat them 1-0, like we beat them convincingly, and we put in a great performance that this England want to show. And I think it's about like that fight in us that we've all got, and everyone's got it all in different ways, and we all showed that. It's not like one person turned up. Every person on that pitch did their job, and like that's what we want to take into the next games. But it was definitely reiterated that like it's not just a one result. Like, we want to continue this throughout the tournament, and like we know what it takes to win, and we're going to try and do that.
Yeah, when you say that was reiterated, was that led by Serena, or was that, you know, from the leadership group? Who was it that kind of...
Yeah, it was pretty much everyone. Like, everyone's spoken about it at points. Like, we all know, really, like, we're all experienced players to know what to expect. Like, Leah's spoken about it before, Serena's spoken about it before, and yeah, it's important that you've got that group of experienced players who can sort of like keep everyone on track. But like we all want to win. Like, we all want to win the Euros. That's everyone's dream. So yeah, we're going to try our best to do that.
Obviously, your dream is to win the Euros. A lot of people are already perhaps writing Wales off. Is it dangerous, you know, that you guys are going to make sure that you're not complacent in this game?
Yeah, we definitely won't go into the game complacent. Like, Wales have done well this tournament. They deserve to be there, and we've got so much respect for them. They've got a lot of great players who I experience playing week in, week out in the WSL. So they've got a good team. But we also know that we've got a good team as well, and that we've got so many strengths. And we've looked at their strengths and what we need to do to make sure that we can give the best England performance that we can do.
Thanks, Emma. There's a lot of hands still up, so if we can just keep it to a question each, that would be appreciated.
Sure. Hi, Lauren. Kind of building off that. Obviously, England v Wales is a massive game in any sport, and Wales have talked about how much passion they have coming into this tournament. You've just talked about define the character that you have representing England. How do all those dynamics and the relationship between the two countries as sporting nations, how will all that maybe influence the game on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, it's important that we all want to improve the women's game and grow it as far as we can. It's a great rivalry that we have, and they're the games you want to be involved in, and they're the ones that, like, I absolutely love playing in. And yeah, I mean, we're all very excited about it. I feel like we don't need to explain the rivalry because, like, it's like a derby. Like, we want to win, end of, basically. And so yeah, we're going to do whatever we can to do that.
Thanks.
Thanks, Luke.
Hi. Alessia Russo hasn't scored in this tournament yet, but she's probably been one of your integral players over the two games. Can you just talk a little bit about what makes her so good and what she's like to play with?
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's already bagged about 3 assists, so she's a massive, important player for us. She's incredible, and like she's so selfless. Like, she'll set players up, and I feel like it's not just scoring that makes her an unbelievable player. It's the things she does off the ball. It's the work that she does on the ball as well. Creates loads of chances for everyone else, and like, she's a great person, and we all want to see her do so well. And I feel like it doesn't matter that she's not scored yet. Like, she's contributed so much to this team winning. And yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time before she scores anyway, so I doubt I'll have this conversation for very long, but no, she's a fantastic player.
Thank you.
Thanks, Luke. Tom?
Hi, Laura. Nice to see you. I'm just wondering how aware you are as a group of this kind of 7-game run of win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, and like why you think that's happened, and how glad you would be to kind of end that sequence tomorrow on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, every game's different. Like, there's been so many different teams that we've faced, and I feel like every game's different. Like, some go well, some don't, but look, we're in a tournament, like, different things happen. Like, we've felt that loss, we've felt it as a team, and we've tried to turn it around, and we have done. And I think looking back on the last game, how well we've done, like, we're hoping to take that momentum into the next and hoping for a great result. I mean, like it's a long tournament and we've got a lot of games, and obviously we don't want to look too far. So at the end of the day, it's a must-win game on Sunday. If not, we're not progressing. So yeah, I think it's just everyone's so positive and so confident, and when this team is like that, we play really well as a group. So hopefully that'll give us a good result on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Aisha.
Hi, Lauren. I was speaking to some of the fans outside the stadium the other day, and I met this young girl who was decked head to toe, your kit, sunglasses, saying Lauren Hemp on them. I said, who's your favourite player? She said, Lauren Hemp, of course. I said, why? And she said, my name's also Lauren, and I play in her position. And actually, quite a few of the people we spoke to said that their favourite player was the person who played in their position. And I just wondered whether you guys ever take a moment to reflect this impact you guys have had and continue to have in terms of inspiring the next generation.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be role models. Like, something we always hope for is to bring that younger generation with us and, yeah, really show them what it takes to be a women's footballer. And, like, I mean, we're all loving it here at this tournament as well, and we want to show people that just doing the thing that you love can also be your job, and it's important to show that as well. And I mean, it, like I said, when walking around Zurich, it's so nice to see younger girls, younger boys, like wanting to grow up and be like you. Like it's incredible, and for me, it makes me so proud. And remembering the journey that I had once when I was a young girl, wanting to grow up and be like Jill Scott, like Steph Orton, like. Yeah, it's so nice to see, and it's so great to be able to pave the way and to show girls that your dreams can come true.
Thank you. Can we go to Adrian at the back, please? Thanks.
Thank you. Hi, Lauren. Congratulations on the result. I want to talk about your contribution to the third goal, because Hannah's already booted it up and Alessia Russo's won it. And you're faced up with two Netherlands players and you just surge past them like they're not there. Had me out of my seat. Just talk us through your thought process, your mindset, when you're faced up with those players and you just think, I'm going to go for it. What were you thinking at that point?
Yeah, I think going into the game on Wednesday, I felt really confident, and I thought, like, what are my strengths and how am I best going to show that in the game today? And I think when I get the ball at my feet, like, I love nothing more than trying to run at a player, getting past them and putting a cross in or a shot. And I thought, as soon as I get this ball, I'm going to try and make something happen, and that's always what I do when I get the ball. I think, like, how am I going to best help the team in my strength? And so I just went to the game with that attitude, and I think, yeah, I mean, I got the ball and I thought, oh, there's a bit of space, I'll just try and run into it and see what happens. And I mean, it managed to pay off, and we obviously got that goal. I mean, everyone's contributed so much already, especially with those 4 goals on Wednesday. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go into every game with that attitude and, yeah, see where it takes us.
Thanks, Adrian. We'll take a question from the side. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. I know you're concentrating on England from BBC Wales. Are you aware of what it means for Wales to be at a tournament like this for the first time? There's countries going crazy with us. So just the impact this could have on women's football in general in Wales?
Yeah, of course, we've seen that. I feel like for us, we've been in our own bubble as well, obviously away from social media, but obviously in the lead up to the tournament, there was a lot of it, and like, credit where credit's due. Like, you've done so well to get here, and yeah, we've got so much respect for you as an England team. We know the rivalry's huge, so we want to win as much as possible. But like, we respect you so much, done so well this tournament. So yeah, we'll just see how Sunday goes.
Thank you. We'll go to Tom. We'll take 2 more questions, Tom and Charlotte.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
You were mentioning earlier about how before the tournament you were sharing your stories about how you got here. I'm wondering if there's any of your teammates' stories which perhaps surprised you that you didn't know or resonated with you, or ones which you kind of took away with you?
I think the thing is, like, with everyone, like, we've all got a different story, and like at one point in the prep camp we all got together and we shared everyone's stories, and I think that's so important. Like, sometimes people have got stories that you don't necessarily know, like you said, and it's important to learn that and realise, like, how people are now and where they've come from. And yeah, it's so great to see, and I think that connects us more as a team. It definitely helps when times are tough on the pitch, remembering where we've all come from. And I think, like, it was nice to share stories because then people understand you more. And I mean, there were many incredible stories. I feel like everyone's all got their own personal one, and if they want to share it, then they want to share it. Like, I don't feel like I can share other people's stories. But it was so nice to do that, and I think that really helped us as a team going forwards. Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it means so much. Like, I come from an area where there wasn't many opportunities. Like, I played for a boys' team when I was younger. There weren't many girls' teams around. And looking back now and seeing how many girls' teams there are, how many girls are taking up football, even the boys' games growing, like, from the area that I am from. And it's incredible to see. And, like, I always get messages of girls being inspired, and it's great from where I'm from, like, because there wasn't many opportunities growing up, but now I see so many opportunities, and yeah, it just makes you remember, like, all the hard work that you have done, and seeing that obviously when I go back home.
Thanks.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
Just a quick follow-up on that. Is that a new thing? Because I believe you did that before Euro 2022 and the World Cup. So do you do that before every major tournament of sharing stories, and specifically in the pre-camp?
Yeah, I think that this year I feel like we definitely delves a bit deeper into everyone's own personal story, and I mean, it was great. Like, obviously 3 years ago we had different players as well, so it's nice to hear the girls who are fresh coming in, like, their new stories, and hearing what it was like for them growing up, and their why, I guess, and why they love playing football, like, where they come from. And yeah, I mean, it's important to do that, like, especially, like, we're spending a month together, hopefully. We want to find out everything that we can do. Like, they're our family in here, and we're together as a group, and it's important you know every single bit about someone to help you through everything.
And you just said that you can feel the confidence running through the camp. Like, confidence is such a abstract concept. It's a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything tangible or specific examples that you've seen, or mannerisms or behaviours or words of advice that illustrate that confidence?
I think, like I said earlier, like, everyone did their job on Wednesday, and I think that just proves, like, when this team is at their best, like, what we can achieve. And I think that's shown confidence in everyone. Like, everyone played to their strengths, everyone did their job, and they did their job really well. So I mean, like, it's hard when you get that feeling, you just don't really know how to describe it. But leading into the game, no one was fazed. Everyone was calm, everyone was relaxed, and we knew what job we needed to do, and it didn't scare anyone, and you definitely didn't see that on the pitch. Like, it made everyone excited, and, like, it made the fans excited, hopefully, from that performance that we put in, and that is the England we want to show every single game that we play.
Super, thank you. All the best for Sunday.
One final question from Holly, and then we'll end it there. Thank you.
Thank you. You just mentioned, following up on Tom's question about the area that you're from, I just wondered, obviously having said what you said about kind of the rise and interest in football, women's football, if you're recognised when you go back home, you know, out in the street, and what that's like for you?
Yeah, I do get recognised quite a bit. Like, when I'm fortunate enough to go home, it doesn't happen very often that I get to go home, but it's so nice when I do. And yeah, I do get recognised quite a lot in the town centre, especially. I definitely get recognised more there than I do in Manchester, that's for sure. But yeah, it's so nice going home. Like, so many people come up to me, not just asking for a photo, but explaining their story and how I helped them get involved in playing football, and I feel like that's so special, and that's what I keep close to me, and, like, it's so important that I'm able to do that. And I see old teachers that I used to have growing up. Like, it's just so nice to see everyone that's played a part in my journey growing up to be where I am today.
Thanks, Holly. Thanks, everyone. We'll call it a day there, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thanks, Luke.